Hey you guys, it's Shundara. What is up? And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you thumbs up this video and make sure you're following me on all my social media sites. And in today's video, we'll be trying Purito's Comfy Water Sunblock. So this is a physical sunscreen. So you know we got a lot to see in this video. With that being said, 2 ounces of this sunscreen will run you $15.90 on Amazon. However, you could get it at places like Yes Style using my code Shundara for 10% off for $13. Plus, using my code, you'll get it for cheaper than that. So it is a little cheaper on Yes Style. Some people just like to shop on Amazon. If you're that person, it's $15.90. And go ahead, girlfriend. Go ahead. I ain't mad at you. With that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and swatch this product. So here we go. That is the swatch. What do you guys think? And let's go ahead. Okay. Y'all see that? Okay. Comfy water block, Purito. I see you. Let me turn the light down. That is the... Okay, come through. Okay, so it's really unscented. It has no scent. It basically smells like my hand if my hand smelled like something, like if I had a cream or something on it. But it basically has no scent. However, I have noticed when applying this sunscreen, it gives me like, I want to go to the beach vibes, but there's no beach here. It gives me those type of teas and I get really sad. So it always gives me that feeling. But let's go ahead and do this. The more I smell it, it smells like corn chips. Let me stop. Okay, so I will be using, I would say about a nickel. There we go. Bam. So here we go. More. Here we go. And there you have it. I do notice with this sunscreen, for me personally, it works better when I pat it in and sort of like rub it in, but not rub it in all the way. I will say that. So I'm going to sort of like rub it in, but like pat it at the same time, because I notice when I rub it in, it gives me a lot of pilling. There goes that nostalgic beach feeling. It's just so weird with this sunscreen. Like, it gives me very nostalgic vibes of like being in LA and like Pali, you know, like Palace, like the Pali beach, like you know what? Let me just rub this sunscreen in, because, you know, I just start reminiscing of going to the beach and, you know, just having fun, and wearing sunscreen like this is so amazing. But here's the sunscreen, you guys. What do you guys think? Oh, I hope it rubbed in. I don't know. Okay, you guys, so we're back. Ignore the lips. I was rubbing it all on my face and it got on my lips. But here's what the sunscreen looks like. Here's my face. Let me turn the light down so you guys can see. Yeah, this is what the sunscreen looks like. Here is my cheek. Here is my other cheek. Here is my chin. And here is my forehead. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go ahead and wait 20 minutes and let the sunscreen sort of like disappear just a little bit. But we have a lot to talk about with this sunscreen, so I'm gonna be back to do another close-up. Okay, you guys, it's been 20 minutes. We're back, and here's my skin. Here's my cheek. Here is my other cheek. Here's my chin. What do you guys think? I know there's some up under here, and the reason why is because, you know, I didn't spray my Avan thermal spray under there and like just pat it in so you guys couldn't see the white cast, but we'll talk about that. And here is my forehead. What do you guys think? Let me turn the light down just a little bit more. I mean, you could go out in the daylight with this. I mean, you could wear this when you go to bed. Let me get the mirror, you guys. Let me get the mirror. We have a lot to discuss, so let's talk about it. I have a lot to say about this sunscreen. I don't know where to begin. All I have to say is if you are looking for a really great physical sunscreen, girl, this is it. The disrespect they do to us here in the West is ridiculous. Korea gets it correctly, and they don't even have a large black population. And I say this in half of my videos. How do they not have a large black population and they managed to get a physical sunscreen correctly? And CeraVe is over here. Where is this? Hold on. CeraVe has the audacity to charge us about $16 for 2.5 ounces of this clown sunscreen. You haven't seen the review, please see the review. And there's virtually all sorts of white casts. Then you get over here to Korea with with a very small black population there. And for some odd reason, they get the sunscreen correctly. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say. And then you wonder why Korean skincare is popping like that here in the West, because this physical sunscreen is so amazing. It doesn't give me a metallic taste. It does give me sort of like a nostalgic feeling of being at the beach. But other than that, it doesn't give me this metallic taste. There's no white cast, and it really sticks nicely to the rest of your skincare. I also want to mention some tips for you guys, especially if you're a person of dark skin tones and you still have just a little bit of a white cast with this sunscreen. My suggestion is get some thermal water spray after you're finished rubbing it in. Spritz your skin like this, and you're going to see a little bit of the sunscreen, but in those places where you see the white of the sunscreen, just pat it in. I notice every time I pat it in, the sunscreen disappears like right away. Like I'll get a little white cast if I constantly rub, you see. But once I start patting it in like this, it goes away right away. Like just pat it in. Do not rub it in. Pat it in with the water, and the white cast will virtually disappear, especially for those places on your skin where you have just a little bit more of a white cast than other places. But this one is so nicely, like, you can virtually not see the white cast anymore after I pat it in with the thermal water spray. Like literally, this is one of the best physical sunscreens for the price that I've tried, and it virtually leaves no white cast at all. I do also want to say this: if you are in a humid climate, my suggestion would be to use less of this sunscreen, because this sunscreen sort of, when it's really wet, it looks like it's melting on your skin, and it's not the average sunscreen. The average sunscreen just dries down, and when you try to wet it and rehydrate it, it's virtually not there. With this one, it's still there. So my suggestion would be to use way less if you are in a humid climate and you're sweating a lot, because this sunscreen, you'll start looking at your skin, you'll be like, what is that? It's just like this weird white residue, and you're like, wait, what's going on? That actually happened to me once when we had a really bad monsoon here. It was a lot of humidity, and I was wearing this sunscreen, and it just happened. I don't know how. With that being said, you guys, I really do enjoy this sunscreen. I do want to say it may not be for everyone, especially if you're really used to American sunscreens. So what you may need to do is slowly incorporate this into your routine. You could patch test. And I just want to reiterate my point again, just to get it across. Please, if you're really used to American sunscreens, European sunscreens, any Western country, Western sunscreens as a whole, if the manufacturer is a Western manufacturer, you may want to slowly work this into your skincare regimen, because this sunscreen is manufactured totally different than Western sunscreens. So please slowly incorporate it into your skincare regimen like I mentioned. With that being said, I really do think it's a great product. product, but for those who are so used to Western sunscreens, it may be a hit or miss for you. I really do believe that. But other than that, this sunscreen works wonders for all skincare types. I do think dry and sensitive skin, you will need to up the hydration a little bit more in your skincare routine. The reason why you're going to need to do that is because this is just a sunscreen. There's no fluff, no let's make it hydrating, let's make it moisturizing, and let's combine that to make a great sunscreen. None of that. This is just what they say it is, a sunscreen. So you're going to need extra steps in your skincare routine just to wear this sunscreen. With that being said, I think this is a wonderful sunscreen and I love it so much. With that being said, you guys, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below about this sunscreen. What do you think of the Comfy Water Block sunscreen? Have you tried it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you thumbs up this video and make sure you're following me on all my social media sites. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in our next video. Bye, you guys. Mwah.